So maybe you are a complete beginner, or maybe you're starting again from scratch and you wonder if you can make it in day trading. So I'm here to help you. I've been in the market for 11 years. You have tons of videos, but you don't know where to go. And funny enough, you just fall into this. So what would I do if I would start from scratch? So the first thing that I will do is to make a plan. My plan will be how my day is looking like, okay? Sorry, no editing, no fancy thumbnail, everything is just pure knowledge here. How my day is looking like, do I have a job, do I have a partner, whatever? When can I be free to trade? According to this, then you will need to make a decision. If you free, let's say 2 hours in the morning, and it happened to be in the opening of the market, European market, then you can day trade. You can really take a position that will be for the day. If you barely have any time and it's the evening, then you want to go to higher time frame, maybe 1 hour, 4 hour and plus, and look for something like this. You can still make money within those time frames in a short period of time. You don't have to hold forever on 4 hour time frame or 1 hour time frame. It's really things that can be also day trading. So this is very important. Second, I will find a strategy, a setup that is simple, okay? Simple and easy, and mostly low RR, risk reward, because there is a big chance if you're a beginner that you will fall into big names such as, I don't know, like I just always quote ICT, but you have tons of those traders with a lot of followers that I don't even know, because I always advise my people, my community, to not look at it, because what they do is that they make videos for you to watch it and for them to get views and potentially get ad revenues. So therefore, they will always find a nice strategy that you could find or anything. You have to do your own shit. But ideally, if you start from scratch and you don't know what to do, learn the basics of price action, for example. You can have Al Brooks, for example, if you are more of a university type liking of studying. You can have this course, for example, on TD365 if you register. You have a link in bio. This is the broker I use. This is for free if you get it. You do have Baby Pips, for example. That's a nice website to learn the basics. But if you are starting again from scratch, right? Just look for something simple. Try to think practically. Don't think only setups, but think probabilities. Where do I have, as someone who starts from scratch, maybe you blew accounts, maybe you just lost and confused, where would I be the most probable to win more? Where are most of my chances? And most of your chances are in looking for one-to-one risk reward, because it's easier to have a high win rate with low drawdown. And like this, it helps you to be less psychologically sensitive to those problems that you faced before. Okay? So this is something that you should think. I will propose you a strategy here that is something that I use based on mine. That could be easy, but once you get a strategy that you like, you need to document it. And here, this is where 90% of people are failing, because documenting is difficult. Documenting is boring. Documenting is long to do. It's really something that you know, are always pushing, but documenting gives you knowledge, okay? And that's why I don't go in depth of what's documenting on YouTube, because in any way, the message doesn't like pop. You want the strategy, you want the adrenaline right away. So this is why I did a community and a private Discord and a program for this at a very affordable price for people who are a bit motivated to go through this struggle of the documentation. But the documentation gives you knowledge, so you go from the past historic charts and look at the setups and note all the ideal plans, and then you backtest. And you will compare both of the numbers. And if you look for one-to-one, you don't need a lot of samples. So in some weeks, you can have a strategy that is profitable and you're sure to do it with confidence, because your brain is playing tricks on you just because you are gambling. And yeah, trading is gambling in some way. But if you start to understand what's happening here, and if there is a lot of different patterns, for example, patterns that we look at here, that is coming over and over again, there is a big chance for you that you will be more confident in your execution without to look for psychological trick, psychological videos or whatever. It's just as simple as that. You need a plan. That's it. And then what I will do after I know the documentation and my backtest result on how good I am with this setup, I will start with a small account. With small account and big risk. Like this, I know that if I put, let's say, 500 euros, $500, I will be able to withdraw the profit on it right away. I will not wait for prop firms to approve my payout, to approve my strategy and do all those things together. I will start with a small account, let's say 500, put 10% per trade like this. I'm sure that I'm taking the best trade as I can, like to put this constraint and withdraw any profit that I have. And this is something that people don't tell you. They tell you compound, but you don't need to compound. You need first to take profit. Even if it's small or big, you need to learn how to withdraw money to pay yourself. So that's what I will do. And which strategy you would advise me, you will ask? Well, I think if you have some hours, like 2 hours, let's say in the market to put per day, I will go for a simple pullback strategy. So pullback is when price never goes up or down. I always explain the same. I don't want to sound boring, but price goes always in a direction with small pullbacks. You have the beautiful tool of Fibonacci, and you will look at a high and a low that has been broken. So for example, you see we have small high, we have small high here, small low here. For example, you will want to look at a high that got broken. So here we have a high. You can look on the 5 minutes, for example. We had highs and we broke a high, and on the same swing, you break a low. And that's what you want to look at, okay? So on the 1 hour, it's a bit more clear. We see that we had a low here, a high here, and we broke it, okay? You want your direction, your bias to be towards what you will want. So going down, for example, here we are going down. So potentially this is something you go down. And to make it easy for you, you will want to look for 1-to-1. So this, I will give you the numbers here. That's what you will take as a numbers, okay? And you will want to have reverse, okay? This is very important because like this, you always trace from left to right. So here it's for a bias short because you don't even need an EMA to understand that you are going down, okay? If you're going up, you will look for up, okay? And then you want to look at the golden zone. So this is the 382 in reverse or 618 normally, okay? Or the 0.5. And you want to put your stop loss at the high because that's the most probable thing. And you will want to put your take profit at 1-to-1. So you see the nice thing is that the big probability here you will have is that here you don't even need to do the full swing if you go at 618. And the nice thing with this not doing the full swing is that you have a high probability to go and reach there, even if the swing will fail. That's the beauty of this, okay? So let's give you another example here. If you can adapt yourself to the 1 hour, it's great. Otherwise, you just go on the 5 minutes. But always think to look at what's happening here. Where are the small lows, the small highs? And otherwise, you have the charts, the line charts, okay? And then you want to see, is there a low and a high that has been broken here, okay? If you don't find it, then there is no setup, okay? There is no setup, no setup. Here, for example, we started to create a small trend down, okay? And we broke a low that was here, okay? We broke a low through this one, and we broke a high from the same swing. This is something that you will just need to get used to. So then you will trace from high to low and see if price over this low, if price will go to 618. It did go in this situation, okay? But you will need to document to get used to it. So for example, here we had a low, we broke a low, and this swing after broke a high. So again, you can use the chart. Here we see, so you don't have the wick, but you see that we went close to a low. And here we broke a high, so you then just check at the wicks. You can trace easily from here to here. And then we went at 0.5. So I tell you about 618, that is the nicest because you don't have to do the full swing, but technically the best documentation you can get is from 0.5, so you could take off all the other ones. Put your stop ideally here, but you can do it here, there is no problem. If you document, you will understand what's happening. So if there is a level above or under this zone of 146, you'll be able to have your one-to-one like so. And you see, you don't need to do the full swing and you'll be able to have a good one-to-one. This is the easiest way. I will also focus on one asset. And yeah, if depending of what you can, if you can do it on a lower time frame, it's completely fine. But it remains exactly the same as I showed you on the 1 hour setup. Here we had a low, for example, we broke the low, okay? And then we broke a high. And then you can see, unfortunately, it failed here. But I will show you another thing. We went to 618. So if you choose 618 or even 0.5, what I will advise you to document is, sorry about this, is this thing, is that if price touch your order and reach 382, okay, so you have a one-to-one, reach 382, that is here, you will break even. And there is a big chance, even if you fail the trade, that it will go to 382, you can break even, and then it's either break even or the win. If you want more information, more in depth about the strategy, my strategies that I'm using, then I strongly encourage you to go on my website, Pablo Pucel, where I have a free course called Inside My System. And then I propose a program for the ones who want to know more about a framework of documentation. But again, I'm not pushing the sales here. I'm genuinely wanting to share. And I put something with a payment just because I wanted to filter the trolls and people who will have bad intentions. But otherwise, most of the knowledge here is available for you. So I hope this video was helpful. My biggest advice also is to not fall into watching more and more and more YouTube videos. Just find something, some knowledge, someone that you can trust and that you can build your own path, your own setup, your own vision towards trading, because there is no rules. Okay, we have price, it does something. The rules that you are putting, it's either YouTuber or you putting it. What do you rather like? I think the answer should be yours. Until then, I'll see you on the next video.